There's not one guy, one person in the history of this program that's bigger than the program.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
Oh, what's up? Welcome into episode number 136 of the Program Guys podcast. My name is Mason Prince. Joined with you as always by Patrick Hertzberger, Ryan Tyson, Mark Hall, Matt Gann. All five of the boys back in business. Please like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can find us on all of our social media at Program Guys with a Z. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all of that good stuff. We got five guys here. We got 5 stars to talk about.
Oh.
Boys.
Oh.
Boys.
Wow.
The haters, of which there are many, are
Mm.
quite disgusted right now.
Where they at?
They're quite upset.
Tell us why.
I don't hear them anymore.
They're upset because Michael Fasusi, 5-star offensive tackle,
Tell me that.
depending on who you ask, arguably the best at his position in the entire country.
People are saying.
Top 5 at his position for any recruiting database you look at.
Huge.
The kid committed to the Oklahoma Sooners today at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Right, over the Longhorn to the
Over
Aggies,
who?
baby.
Tell him, Matt Cam.
Tell him, Matt.
This guy is massive. This is probably, and I think, Mark, you said this earlier, and I think I agree, probably one of the biggest offensive lineman recruits that OU has had.
Isn't
in
he
quite
the
some time.
biggest?
Well, according to 247, 6'5", 295.
Oh,
I mean,
I meant
no,
like
yeah.
5-star.
But yes,
I meant,
also
like
that
it's the
also
biggest
as well.
recruitment win along the offensive line that I think Bill's had since my time following the team. Like he has just been, it's always been 3 and 4 stars that he makes into something special. And Michael Fasusi, I mean, my goodness, there's a picture of him with Daniel Akinkumi, and who was his host while he was visiting OU. And Fasusi looks bigger than Daniel does. And come on, man, this dude's not even on campus yet. He doesn't even have access to the gym, to Schmitty, to any of this. 6'5", 295, like Matt said, 5-star consensus. He's the joke, the thing that the haters Mason referred to earlier are saying now is that he was pitched on playing time that other schools can't offer him. Man, looking at him, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna pitch that to this guy every day of the week. So very glad that he landed in Oklahoma.
And you want to know something that kind of adds to this, and I'm definitely not here to tell you that this is why he committed, but it's quite interesting that the day before he commits, I think it was Pro Football Focus or Pro Football Talk dropped the top 2 offensive linemen or offensive tackles in the NFL preseason so far. Walter Rouse, Tyler Guyton. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Not an accident.
I am not saying that that's why he committed, but Mark talked about playing time, and you can do it. You can do it at Oklahoma. They're not going to be afraid to play that guy. Ryan, hop in there.
I mean, I think the big question, obviously everyone is incredibly excited, including me, about this guy. I mean, we've talked about his size. We've talked about his almost ability to just be a starter. I do think the one thing I'm very interested to see, and again, not to put throw a blanket on this at all, is can Bill develop somebody of this talent? Because in the past, we've always just given Bill so much credit that he's able to take these 3-star offensive linemen and turn them into superstars in the NFL. We talk about that often with the salaries and everything that we're seeing in the NFL. But can he take somebody who is already just filled with talent and has been told the past couple years of his life that he's the best out there? Can he take that and make him the best and make him even better? I think he can. I think he's best offensive lineman coach around. So I'm excited to see what he's able to do with this talent. But this is not something that we've seen a lot. and which is really surprising considering how good our offensive line has been in years past. So overall, super, super thrilled, but really excited to also see how Bill develops this guy.
Pat, I want you to jump in there. Go.
Yeah, anyone talking about playing time too doesn't understand how talented our freshman offensive linemen currently are as too. Like, we have a very talented class. He's going to have to compete for playing time, even though he is that beast of a 5-star. Secondly, it just feels really good to beat out Texas and Texas A&M for a Texas recruit. Oklahoma recruiting is on fire, and they're the ones that better watch out, not us.
Come in your trap, take over your trap, Mark.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was
I
my
agree.
my way.
I
was it,
agree.
Mark?
I spoke on I spoke
Okay.
on him a bit earlier. I said when he landed on a top 3 that I was worried we would come in third. So I've never been at the forefront of the Fasusi recruitment, but to your point, man, Texas, there are like 5. It's the top 5 players in the country according to, I believe, 247. I saw a screenshot of this, and that's just in the state of Texas, and Texas didn't lock any of them down. A&M didn't lock any of them down. But to your point, Mason, Oklahoma's coming into the trap. Alabama's coming into the trap. Oregon's coming into the trap. Ohio State's coming into the trap. And we are taking your guys. That is super duper encouraging. When you consider that the traditional thinking, the conventional wisdom there is, we are bringing much smaller bags than Texas and A&M are. I don't think that's really the case, but people want to call you Oklahoma. Well, we just won over 2 of the richest schools in the country. So tell me something else.
Didn't we also announce that this past year was like the largest donation year we've ever had in history?
Something
So
like
like
110
yeah,
million.
I
Ticket
mean,
price is still going up though.
like Texas and Texas A&M are always going to have more money than we are. That's a fact.
Yeah.
However, we are busting out the iron truck or whatever we call it, Iron Bank.
Brinks truck. The
Brinks truck. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Iron Bank just made me think of Game of Thrones.
Iron Bank.
Just coming in with the Brinks truck, I think that's actually like for sure happening, but it's also nice that we're selling something more than just that.
As of now, I'm looking at 247, and maybe you guys can pull up the other ones as I look at it. Number 8 overall class as it stands right now, with Michael Fasusi included in that 2025 class. Another offensive tackle, Ryan Foje, is committed as well. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, I've just got all of the rankings. Shout
you.
out
Please
to,
do.
unfortunately, another Oklahoma podcast whose Twitter account was really on the ball today. The Mainline podcast. Shout out to those guys.
Shout out.
From 247, we moved from 11th to 8th in the country. On 3, we go from 15th to 11th, and Rivals, we go from 9th to 5th. With the
I do not
5-star Michael Fasusi.
I don't get it. It's all stupid. It's
at some point, like, it's just dudes within tiers, right?
Yeah.
And at this point, we're in a high level tier. It's good.
There's a difference between 5 and 11, though. Like, that's pretty
Agreed.
significant.
Agreed.
It's just quite funny I just have a couple things I want to hit on. Number one, the haters of which I mentioned, Colin Cowherd being one of them.
They're back.
Because just a couple of days ago, had some very choice words to say about Oklahoma becoming the new Nebraska. And if you recall, on this podcast a couple of years ago, we had Dari Noka on this show.
Sure did.
Dari Noka of the SEC Network, OU alum. And we talked to Dari about OU's transition to the SEC and why it would be different from Nebraska. And if you want, go back and watch that episode. Go back and watch that interview posted on our YouTube channel. Dari had some great things to say. And Dari's main point was Nebraska disconnected themselves from their recruiting base, their recruiting pipeline. And Oklahoma did not do that. Oklahoma has stayed with it, and this Fasusi commitment is just another example of that. So Colin Cowherd, once again, shockingly, I know, has no idea what he's talking about. And number 2, Ryan made the point about how we haven't seen Bill kind of develop those guys that are highly rated. I completely agree, Ryan. We haven't seen that yet. But one guy we did see, Caden Green, was on that track.
Yes.
He was until he chased the bag. No disrespect. Got to do what you got to do.
Disrespect.
But I think
Caden Green,
I think
guard.
we can see. Guard. I think we can see that Bill, if given the right guys in place, can elevate them more. So Walter Rouse came to Oklahoma not even sniffing a draft pick, not even sniffing, and now he's one of the highest rated offensive tackles in preseason.
But that's what I'm saying. Bill has never had a problem taking
Agreed.
somebody who
Agreed.
maybe has the physical stature to do this, but maybe not like the full talent level,
I'm with you.
and be able to turn it around, right? This is not really the same case, though. I think the Caden Green comp is the closest that we've gotten,
Sure.
at least recently. But yeah, I
Sure.
have all the faith in the world in Bill B. So
Yeah. Matt, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'm going to dive a little deeper into Michael Fasusi because I don't think we give enough credit to who this guy is. So this is from Gabe Brooks on the 247 website, just giving a quick scouting report. I won't read it all, but just some things that pop out to me. Gifted O-lineman with true bookend tackle potential. So he does play left tackle. He plays both, but mainly left tackle. Possesses excellent physical tools and promising athletic context, both in track and field. He is a multi-sport athlete in discus and shot put as well. So he's got incredible strength, wears mass well, and owns space to add more bulk. We always love guys who can continue to add to their already big frame. Shows foot quickness and agility to live on an island in pass protection, and nimbleness translate in the movement ability in the run game. I saw some quick highlights of his junior season. Man, he gets out on the second level on these linebackers. Exactly what the analysis and the scouting report's saying. He is big, he's physical, and man, this guy's going to be a bookend and left tackle just to solidify that line and that blind side. I mean, this is everything that you want. And the second point I want to bring up is Bill B has quite the track record. I have no hesitation that Bill B is going to make this guy exactly who he needs to be. If you think about his track record with Tyler Guyton, Creed, Walter, Cody Ford, Ben Powers, Chris Murray, Wanye Morris, Ram, Anton Harrison, Orlando Bloom, I can continue.
Orlando Brown, not Bloom, not Pirates of the Caribbean. You're fine. You're
Count
right.
it.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Count it.
Just
Count
making
it.
sure we were paying
He
attention.
plays with a bow.
And also the success that he's had in the transfer portal. I mean, we just don't give Bill B enough credit for what he has done for this offensive line. Everyone feels after the Joe Moore Award, it's dipped down. I just don't see that being the case with all the 1,000-yard rushers that OU has cranked out in that time frame. So I have no hesitation in his ability to continue to produce and mold these guys the way he wants. Having this guy come into the building, playing your left tackle position, man, it's going to be awesome to see. I can't wait.
Go ahead, Mark. Mark,
Oh,
did you have
no,
something to add? Okay. Sorry. It looked like
I
you
was
wanted to
good
jump
on
in. That's
How
2
many-
for 2 on
there's
Mason
some
trying to set
tough
Mark up and just getting
transitions
absolutely
going on
good-
between
God
Mason and
down.
Mark.
getting
Not-
absolutely
not
road
great
dog.
job
there.
Absolutely road dog like Michael Fasusi on a freaking crackback block. Okay. One more point. Ryan Foje, the guy I mentioned earlier, he's according to 247 when I'm looking right now, he is a top 10 tackle as well, committed to Oklahoma in February. Bill B stays working. Devil works hard. Bill Beanball works harder. So really, really massive win today. Let us know down below in the comments what you think of the Michael Fasusi commitment. What does this mean for Oklahoma as it stands right now? And guys, that's a 5-star commitment on the offensive side of the ball. We talk a lot about Brent Venables and how this defense is being reshaped, and that's a 5-star commit on the offensive side of the
Good
ball. That's
point.
huge. That's massive.
On
First since
also
Joe
on Bill
Mixon?
B's birthday. Shout out to
Yes.
him.
Also
Happy
on Bill
birthday,
Beanball's
Bill B.
birthday.
What a
Go
gift.
ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
No, I guess Spencer Rattler was a 5-star and Caleb Williams
He
was
was.
a 5-star.
He was.
Okay.
Mhm.
Non-quarterback, though, would be the first offensive player since Joe Mixon, I think.
Yeah, I think you're correct. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, Dorial Green.
Did we have a
Beckham
did
came
we-
around.
did we have a we had a wide receiver.
Oh, all the wide receivers,
Yeah,
dude. I'm just like,
Oh
talking.
yeah,
I'm just like
the-
talking over here.
yeah,
None of those guys
um,
worked out, so
yeah, none
that's
of them
my,
worked out.
that's on
NBD.
me for forgetting them.
That's weird. Who recruited those guys? Anyway,
3, 2, 1.
There's not one guy, one person in the history of this program that's bigger than the program.